The kingdom of Daein lies on the northernmost edge of Tellius. Its coastline is bathed in the icy currents of the northern sea, and frigid winds howl inland with terrible ferocity. As a result, Daein winters are raw and brutal. Ice and snow scour the land, leaving frozen scars in their wake. Through these blizzards, General Ike and the Crimean army press ever forward. Banion's Imperial Senate may have lent Crimea troops, but even they doubt that the army can successfully fight off Daein. Yet somehow Ike and company defy all odds and capture victory after victory. Embracing both Princess Alencia's dream of a liberated Crimea and the tragic history of his parents, Ike marches in grim silence. Because yeah, Ike kind of found out last time that his dad killed his mom. Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Today, Chapter 20, Defending Talrega. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's the gist of it. And also, the Heron Prince and the Crow, or Raven King, they kind of squashed the beef momentarily. Anyway, this can only mean one thing. The enemy knows exactly how we are going to move. With your permission, I'll begin an investigation and see if there's anyone suspicious among the troops. Ike? Ike, are you alright? Oh, yes. Sorry. What is it? Nothing. I was just giving you the standard update. Shall I put it off till later? No, sorry, but can you start over from the beginning? I'll pay attention this time. Understood. Good morning, you two. What's wrong, Ike? You look so sleepy. I've had a lot on my mind. I meant to sleep last night, but I was up thinking. Before I knew it, it was morning. Really? I never thought I'd hear that. Ike didn't sleep because he was thinking. I wonder if Soren will start being polite. Listen, Titania, can I just... But, brother, Ike! What's wrong, Mist? What am I going to do, Ike? My medallion's gone! That's not good. Because that's the thing that Ike's dad had that caused him to go mad. And, you know, the mom, she tried to stop him. The only way she could was to, like, sacrifice herself, like, to get close enough. Because he was, like, attacking anything that was, like, in his vicinity. Including her. But that was how she was able to grab the medallion from him. With a sword through her body, but still. What? It's gone? No. What am I going to do? It was my only memento of Mother. Did you drop it? Or put it somewhere and forget? Something like that? No. I always carry it with me. I would never lose it. I had it before I went to bed last night. It vanished while I was sleeping. Don't cry. It's not your fault. But... I said don't cry. I'll find it, alright? Alright. Sorry. Are you serious? You are to begin immediately. Yet, that's... General Patrine, if we do this thing, Dan will suffer. It's for the good of the country. Besides, it's only one territory. Stop mewling like an old woman. I hear you, and yet... If the goal is merely to stop the Crimean army, this is not necessary. The strength of my troops will suffice to... The last idiot who told me that ended up in a corpse pile. Now listen to me and listen well. No matter how passionate you are when you tell me you'll defeat Crimea, I'll never pin my hopes on a bunch of foreigners. All you have to do is stop their forward progress. That's all. My plan will accomplish this. General Patrine, do you truly think so little of us? It's true that we were born in Banion and not Daein, but my men and I have been loyal to this country for 18 years. We have spared no effort to learn all the proper manners and customs of this land. But now, after all that, to be dismissed as a bunch of foreigners... No one asked how long you've lived here. Want to know why? Because no one cares. Certainly not me. Where were you born, huh? Where were you raised? Ha, this country doesn't need squatters like you. The only people Daein can count on in times of crisis are Daeins themselves. Everyone else is just gutter leavings.
So we're useless. Is that what you're saying?
You tell me, migrant. Why is it that your unit, which was trained to be an elite royal guard, is here patrolling this hick-infested backwater? The answer is clear to me. How about you? Oh, I'm sorry, am I offending you? Well, here's your chance to show us your worth. Halt Crimea's advance. If you are as skilled as you claim, you should be able to limit the damage to its bare minimum, should you not? Angry is a good look for you. I look forward to seeing the results of your work. Get going, Outlander.
General Shiraram! Shiharam! Must we truly go through with this? It's such a horrific act. It's only recently that the citizens hereabouts have even come to trust us. We have no choice but to obey. So as the woman says, the only thing we can do is ensure the Crimean army is defeated as soon as possible. General! Open the floodgates. Do it now!
That's not good. Ike, just a bit more. Would you mind hearing my report on our last battle? Sure. Go ahead, please. Very well.
Yo, that's some money!
And some bonus experience. Good lord, I thought this thing that I saw saying like just one person who played through this game on like some random forum, it might have been Game Facts, was like he crafted like perfect custom weapons, like one each chapter, and still end it with a lot of money. And I think I could probably do the same. Like, good lord, money ain't a thing. There are no deaths and no injuries beyond our capabilities to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well. That is all. With your leave, I will excuse myself. So yeah, they're going to try to drown us. That's not good. Do you have a secondary weapon? No, okay. Really, you're not A rank yet? I'll leave him with his current things. Why am I talking? I'm about to go ahead and just take care of this now. I really need a hammer and staff. I'm gonna play it easy on items. Granted, I could just go ahead and forge some, which I probably should, but I'm just gonna take it easy for this chapter. For reasons we'll get into. Well, okay, because of the turn, like, bonus, that's not the right word I want to use here, is it? Like, for the bonus experience I'll get for, like, beating this in a certain number of turns, I'm going to go ahead and just completely level you up because I kind of wasted your time on the previous chapter. Alright, that was worthwhile. That was worthwhile. But yeah, like for some of these chapters where the bonus experience seems obtainable, I'm gonna go for it. And this is one where it seems very obtainable. Why do I even bother? We'll go ahead and raise you up too, because you didn't do much when I brought you along. Oh, okay. Was hoping strength would have gone up. Don't know why your magic would need to go up. That was very weird and dumb and infuriating, but we'll live. I kind of want to give Volk a level up. Zerk I should just bring along more. You're almost at level 20. Same thing with you. Jill I'm going to level up because I am not bringing her along for this chapter. So this is just to make up for the fact that she will not be joining. Should I just stop giving people bonus experience? Because these level ups never seem to work out. Wow, it has been a while since I brought Mordecai or Leif. Definitely been a while since I brought Mia, but I mean, why would I bring her at this point? Let me raise you up one level, see what happens. You're my only assassin now. The one-hit KOs, though. Honestly, not bad. I'll do one more. I don't know who I want it to be, though. Sure, why not? It's something, I guess. I don't think I've got any new skills. And yet I'm still checking for reasons. Anyway, new supports. Do we even get a new character? No, we actually went through a whole chapter without getting a new character. I know, I'm amazed too. Shinon Gatry Rolf. Janeth is just weird to me. Devdin and Tormod. Okay, that would be a strange one. And whatever. What we got on info? Ooh, woman. But we're gonna go ahead and talk to Rayson first. Rayson, could you come down here for a moment? What do you need? I've got something I want to ask you about. If I can help, I will. Your ancestors. Forget it, it's nothing. What? Is something wrong? I apologize. Please let it go. It seems like something important has happened, but if you do not want to discuss it, that is your right. However, if this wasn't a battlefield, your secret might not be safe. Please take care in the future. What do you mean? We have the Heron clan. If we choose to, we can read the thoughts of others. Seriously? However, this power is only available to us in a calm and peaceful environment. Here, in this desperate maelstrom of chaotic emotion, it avails me not. Energy here is warped and distorted. You know, now that you mention it, Rayson, are you feeling sick? You're so pale that it's hard to tell, but I think your face looks more wan than usual. Pay no mind. I'm fine. You've got nothing to prove. Why don't you stay off the battlefield for a while? Ike, I'm fine, I promise. Please, do not give me special treatment. As far as giving you special treatment goes, I don't really have a choice. I promised King Phoenicius I wouldn't push you too hard. If anything were to happen to you, I'd be at war with Daein and the Bird clans at the same time. I see. I came to repay my debt, but I'm really just a burden. That was not my intention. Hold on a moment. Who said anything about you being a burden? I cannot engage in combat, so I'm nothing more than an obstacle in the field. Racing? No. That's absurd. Don't you understand how useful your abilities are? No one else can do the things that you can. You're irreplaceable. So, if you're not feeling well and try to do too much, you may not be there when we really need you. I'm of use to you then? That's what I've been trying to tell you. We depend on you, and that's why I need to make sure you stay healthy. In that case, I wouldn't mind taking a short break. But you can call me anytime. I'll come right away. I got it. And now, woman. Yoo-hoo, you there, young man. I have business with the general of this army. Would you convey a message? Who are you? Who am I? What kind of lowborn greeting is that? My name is Calill, and I'm a first-class mage. And what would a first-class mage want with this army? What's your problem? You look as if you don't believe me. Well, I suppose I can't hold that against you. It's not often you find beauty like this coupled with intelligence like mine, but it's true nonetheless. A mage, huh? Well, I guess you can never have too many mages lying around. Oh, and as a bonus, I'm quite skilled with a knife as well. Beauty, brains, and brawn. The goddess has seen fit to put the abilities of 3 people into one delectable package. Sounds like favoritism, doesn't it? Hello? Are you listening to me? There's a beautiful woman talking. Yeah. The point is that you want to join the Crimean army, right? How much are you planning to charge? Well, aren't you the little businessman? Let's see, how does free sound? Suspicious. What's the catch? I like my fees to be based on performance. What shall I do in combat? And make me an offer. Depending on what it is, I'll decide whether or not to grace you with my assistance. You're not lacking for confidence, are you? Of course not. I already told you. I'm a first-class mage. Yeah, we're hiring her. Never have too many MILFs on the team. Alright, you're in. What? Are you allowed to make decisions like that on your own? Perhaps I should speak to the general. I am the general. What? So yeah, that's Calill. She's a mage? I thought she was gonna be a... No, she is a sage. You liar. Meteor, let's go. She can also use a knife. Calill, what have you got there? A knife. No, negates enemies' combat-related skills. Good to have. And she's proficient in all 3 magics, so... Yeah, in case you weren't leveling up one of the, like, mages of Soren, Tormod, and Ileana, here's Calill. Why should I even bother using the others? Oh, man. Yeah, let's get you... that. But yep, she can use a knife, but she cannot, in fact, use staffs. Because... I don't know, she just didn't want to, like, put her hands on a stick or something. I don't know. Seriously, why can't you use staffs, Calill? Well, I guess that's just the sages of these games. It is what it is. So, let's go. My Lord Ike, were you able to find the medallion? No, it's gone. I fear that Daein may have somehow stolen it. What? Is such a thing possible? I don't know to what degree, but there can be no questioning Daein's involvement. Is the medallion special? Yes. Oh yes.
I beg your pardon. What is it? My question may have touched a sensitive area. Oh, no, it's not that I don't want to discuss it with you personally. I just can't really talk about it to anyone. It's a private matter. Ah, I see. Ike. What is it, Oki? I hear the sound of rushing water just ahead. A lot of it. Rushing water? According to the map, there's a large river up ahead. That must be what you hear. This is unnatural. Warped. It is not the sound of a normal river. General Ike! Sir, we've got trouble. The road ahead is blocked by water. What? How can that be? Perhaps a local river has flooded. The whole region is soaking wet. Is the road completely impassable? No, sir. We can move forward, but the water's turned the ground to mud. And the water's still flowing at a tremendous rate, sir. It's going to cut back our speed dramatically. This is the work of Daein. They thought to impede our progress in order to gain some time for themselves. And they've succeeded. Blast! Is there nothing we can do? Well, if they were able to flood the road only when we approach, there must be floodgates in the area. So if we can close them, we'll shut off the flow of water, right? That makes sense. Let's get some scouts looking for gates. What's that? Hey, you're looking for something? Leave it to me. I am the Hawk King's eyes, after all. What do you mean? These peepers of mine can see for miles and miles. They are quite handy. It'd be a shame not to use them. Is that some Lagoose power? You're a hawk with the eyes of a hawk? It beats your fantastic wit. My eyesight isn't a racial ability. It's just my own natural talent. Heck, my power Oki is ears that can hear grass growing on the other side of the country. I see. Well then, the job's yours. Do you think you can find the floodgates? I'll just look for some openings with a lot of water pouring out, right? Yeah, I can handle that. Crimean army is here. All troops, combat formations. Hit them fast and hard. Can't let this battle drag out. So those are the floodgates. If we can get them closed, the water will recede in about 12 hours or so. Alright, let's get going. So, this is an interesting map because you have to arrive at a certain spot in 15 turns. I believe it might be 20 in easy, don't quote me on that. But yeah, we have to get to where Shiharam is in 15 turns. So yeah, we're going to be quick. But if we're even quicker, we can get bonus experience. If you happen to clear this in 10 turns on easy, you get 600 bonus experience. Minus 45 for every turn after 10. So, I mean, you know, 45 times 5, that's 45 times 5. 2 is 90, so 180. Well, either way, you're still going to get like a nice bit of bonus experience. On normal and hard, you get 400 if you beat it in 10 turns, minus 30 for every turn after 10. And on Maniac mode, it's 200 minus 15 for every turn after 10. And there's also a clear, just a regular clear bonus. Easy gets 225, hard gets 150. So, yep. I will try to go for 10. Well, I don't know. I mean, considering I'm still going to get like a nice bit of bonus experience regardless, I'll try to go for under 15 at the least. 10 will just be a bonus. There isn't too many enemies here. Like, this is a pretty small map, all things considered. It's pretty compact. But that can also be
a curse too, especially with Wyvern Riders everywhere. They can cover a lot of ground. So, he has stun in certain instances, immobilizes an enemy unit for 1 turn after being hit. You want to be careful. But he has a tomahawk, which means he is a ranged fighter. And he has full guard, which means bows are going to be useless against him. So yeah, he's going to be a tough one. We got a bishop with shine. I will make sure to get that, hopefully. Alright, they got... Their sages can use a staff. Come on, Calill, what are you doing? What is that? High level fire magic? Okay. Theoretically speaking, I could hurt enemies nearby them, have them switch to staffs, and then steal the magic. But I would have to bring a thief for that, and like that would require a bit of setup that I'm not really feeling. Yeah, we're going to be bringing a lot of axe users then. Oh god, we got a Sage with Blizzard and Elwyn. A Lagoo Slayer. Killer Bow and Lagoo Slayer. Provoke would be nice to have. Night Killer. Good lord. They ain't playing. Sword users are going to be at a big disadvantage here. Like, I could still bring them for, like, those axe users they have, but yeah, this is better off a thing for, like, axes and lances. I'll probably leave Lagoos behind, too. Oh, yeah. I'm also leaving Jill behind, too. Which is why I gave her that level up. And we're bringing Calill along. But yeah, the reason I'm not bringing Jill is because I'm not playing this one easy. If Jill talks to her dad on any mode except easy, she'll leave your party and join the enemy. The only way to stop this is if she has an A support with Mist. Like, the conversation will be, like, switched up a bit, and she'll stay with you. So, yeah, I don't have her at an A rank with Mist, so we ain't doing that. I want to bring Volk, but now's not the time. Rolf might be better to bring along than Astrid, but Braum, I'll give you one more chance. I really shouldn't. I should bring Devdin. Or Nethany. I know I am gearing this up with, like, promoted units, but it's them Wyvern Riders, man. It's them Wyvern Riders. But bringing another magic user probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Plus, I mean, it is kind of tough that we're only allowed to bring 11 units for this one. We get 2 more. Like, we're allowed to bring 2 more in the next chapter. Like, that chapter gets 13. Then back down to 11. 13. 11. They really like to hang around this number. 12. 19. Wow. That one is going to be amazing. And then back down to 11. Then 12. I am padding out this video. I'm sorry. And then 14. Should I really bring Braum along? Because that's just me worrying about, like, should I just consider him a lost cause? I got Gatry. It's kind of all I need, really. I'll be dumb. I will be dumb. Oh, and I forgot to do something with Marcia in the previous video. So here's a retroactive pack watch. Hopefully I remember to edit that in. Otherwise, that pause is going to be very awkward. Oh yeah, I gotta check out those houses too. There's just one red one there, one red one there. Alright. Braum doesn't really have the movement. I'm gonna have to keep him protected, like, so hard. Part of me wants to bring Rolf along too, but I like the fact that Astrid will be able to move again, like, out of the way. This will do. I also hope I will not regret my decisions of the items I'm bringing. I probably will just do like one big old like prep part where I just make new weapons for everybody. There is some cavalry going on here. Switched out the killer lance for the night killer since he can actually use the night killer. That's called using your brain. Okay. 27 enemies to 11. Got 15 turns to make it there. Also, I'm just checking for the sake of my sanity. I do not need to worry about thieves or brigands. Alright, cool. Steel lance, mend. Steel bow, steel lance. I'm still just like disappointed in myself for not having Oscar use bows. I'm missing out on the triangle attack. Granted, Rolf would have had to be promoted too for me to like be able to get it. And it is a very situational attack, but still. Okay, let's move them up a little. They are at a pretty evil spot, not gonna lie. Like, they're going to attack them. Not much I can really do about that. If only she could use a longbow. Wow. If I get him down to 26. Let's go for it. Is this a smart idea? No. Not at all. Like, hilariously not. But you gotta do what you gotta do. There we go. Was getting worried. It worked out. That's all that matters. Okay, now that's a problem. Yo, what that meteor do, though? Okay, the fact that she can attack twice with meteor is kind of frightening. Oh my god, will she... Could she genuinely, like, take out Shaharam with this? I'm not about to use Meteor up like that. Oh, I should have given her some good magic, too. Yeah, we'll definitely be using some of that Meteor on Shaharam. Do have to worry about Braum, though. Honestly, all of them are probably going to attack and die to Oscar and Boyd, so what's even the point of getting Astrid over here, like, to get ready? Yeah, mistakes were made. Come on, then. Look, Kyron, I need you to get these criticals. Or that. He cannot attack him right there. Braum is going to be attacked. There is not much I can do to stop that. Hopefully he'll live. This is what I get. What is the mic picking up, really? Okay, sorry if there was some weird mic stuff going on earlier. General, how long are the floodgates to remain open? Until the Crimean army has been defeated. Sir, if we wait that long, all the neighboring farmland will be drowned. The locals are already quite upset. They may not abide this much further. General! Enough, soldier. If you've got the time to be bellyaching, take your butt out to the battlefield and kill some Crimean soldiers. Captain Har, do you support this action? This is inhumane. Lives will be ruined. Daein citizens will die. Even if we claim that it's necessary in order to achieve victory, this is too much. This is Daein's war, or way. Are you ready to disobey the king? Be put to the death for your troubles? I would rather die than kill innocent Daein civilians. If you're executed as a traitor to the throne, your parents and siblings will also pay. Are you still prepared? Now do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Go. Fight bravely. Yes, sir. To gain the trust of the king, we become cruel and heartless. First hunting and executing the Lagoos, and now flooding the lands these people call home. This is Jill's dad. He's using the proper term for Lagoos. She wasn't. Confirmed. Jill is hanging around like 4chan and Reddit. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. General Shirharam, if someone hears you use the word Lagoos in this country, you'll be branded a traitor. You're right, as always. To live in this land where Lagoos prejudice is so virulent. We've had to seal away everything we know and teach our children to hate all subhumans. All that just to survive here. It's Ashnar's fault that this country has become what it is today. What a terrible miscalculation we made. Even so, I hated the idea of furthering the corruption of the Imperial Senate. I will continue to support your reasons for leaving Bagneon. I wonder if Jill will distance herself from the Crimean forces. I did give her warning. Above all else, I would like to avoid meeting my daughter in combat. I pray that she does not take to the field this day. Knowing her temperament, talking with you would only increase both of your sorrows. I have but one favor to ask of you. Say it and it will be done. Do not fight today. What? Only one side can win a battle. If we are defeated in the end, I want you to care for the survivors and their families. Yes, sir, Commander Shaharam. Commander, it's many a long year since you last called me that. May the fortunes of war be with you. Through all that's happened, it's been an honor to serve with you. It's like he knows he's not going to make it. Potentially like Braum. Yeah, he left Begnion because of the corruption there, and is like mad with the corruption here in Daein. He's a good guy. How are you Jill's dad? This is gonna be scary. The 16 defense. Oh, what was I afraid of? I don't know. He still did a lot of damage there. Oh, we ain't killing them. This is going to be a bit of a problem. I was hoping he wouldn't do that. Okay, 4. She can't kill them. Well, I'm only using the bow to, like, preserve his axe ammo durabilities. I could send somebody up there to assist. Maybe Marcia. That might be for the best. Alright, Racing can get to right there. But I do not want him to be in range of them. It's not as free as I thought. In the slightest. Yeah, oh my god. I really just had her like one space too far. Like I could have. Okay. Regretting not replacing his steel lance. I just want to make sure she'll be safe. We can just have her right there at the outskirts. It's no big deal. Would I say this is going well so far? Not particularly, but it's not going poorly. Like, I mean, it's not going catastrophically. Sword, sword, killer bow, sword. Hilarious. Would he actually hit, though? Let's give it a shot. Braum, you're canceled. Like, just... That's what I get for bringing them. Like, oh yeah, this will be a good idea. It was not a good idea. He's in death zone. Okay, so he doesn't... Gatry does not have the lance equipped. So this is going to be annoying. But it won't be the worst thing in the world. What level you at, by the way? 6. Okay. How are you not, like, murdering their faces here, Kyron? Come on. Part of me also just wants to get at least one kill with Calill's knife. Like, just on some stone cold shit. Why did he... What? Magic. Just... Okay. Magic. Magic. His magic went up, guys. Kyron can use spells now. Magic. Woo! What are these level ups? Is he genuinely going to be out of range for Braum to get up in there? Now I'm less worried now because these units will not be dying like too soon. He's probably gonna run back to heal. Oh, we only attacking once? Maybe I'll be able to attack twice on him? Nope. Foolish of me to think so. This is not Oswin you're dealing with, self. This is not Oswin. You're attacking him. Oh. Oh, thank God. I was to say, why are you not attacking the guy who is carrying a bow? Oh, that is why. That's a perfectly cromulent reason why. You didn't attack Marcia. What? Oh god, reinforcements. What are they carrying? Steel lance, steel lance. We were whittling down their numbers. I can get them all this turn. Did I say I could get them all this turn? I'm funny. Ugh. You genuinely hate to see it. Okay, who's most deadly? Oh, we still got you right there. She won't be able to retreat off of that. Why can't you use a longbow? You are useless. At this current situation. Oh, look at that. You didn't even need to do that, Boyd, but okay. Should I just send her down here? Yeah, I wasted time sending her up there, but I need to do like something, anything. I'm not afraid of Javelin Boy. What? I'm tired of you. This way I'll be able to send Marcia in. Okay, maybe there'll be a little more silence. Now, I was noticing some weird waveforms on the preview there. Still not amazing, which is very annoying. It's not killing them, but it's getting close. The decisions. Yeah, know what? I'm not about to mess with that. That's not beef I want to deal with. Unless... Oh. I mean, she'll definitely kill him. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to go about this. I guess we're going about it like this. I promise you it is not like late in the day. I am not tired. But I understand if you would think that I have lost my God-given mind with how I'm playing right now. Really though? But alright, whatever. His Regal Sword was like guaranteed to do more. $14. Yeah, there's like nothing I can do to weaken him for Braum to get the kill. Oh well, some experience is better than none. And it'll be more health for Rice to heal. Sometimes you gotta look at the glass half full. Can't blame me for checking. Alright, goodbye. Why are you running up for... Oh, I forgot there's somebody who has Blizzard. Should probably keep track of where he is in his range. That was also very risky. I'm glad the Night Killer didn't do more damage. Oh boy. Alright, it's almost even numbers. Blizzard Boy is right there. Okay. Hey, look who can finally, like, get in here and attack. And not really contribute. I need to get her some killer weapons, like, yesterday. Whatever. Oh, I was hoping you would just weaken him for Marcia to come and get the kill, but that works too. Right here. I won't move him just yet. I also hate that I've gotten better at, like, muting the mic when needed, but it's kind of a moot point when there's a lot of noise that is going on that can happen at random intervals. I don't even think you're gonna move, because you're only gonna hit here if you actually, like, move out the way. Yeah, plus I think they were actually in that. Okay, so he's gonna be a stationary target. Now what? So useless. What's this range looking like? I mean, he is a sniper, but I think Braum will be fine. They can't even get down there. I don't know how I want to go about this. I am very indecisive and very just upset at the situation. We're also on what, turn 5 now? 4, okay. Whatever experience is experience. However, so close. Do I use Braum as bait? That is the million-dollar question. Let's do it. Wow. We're getting criticals without killer weapons. Even though I had, like, multiple killer weapons that could have been, you know, killing, but, you know, they just want to watch the world burn. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't even know what am I planning to do here? I don't... Screw it, I'll let Braum get the kill. Like, the fact that I'm determined to do stuff with these weaker units is probably my downfall. Especially when comparing this to previous Fire Emblems. The units they give you later on are, like, in some instances, better than the units you've been working with, like, for the long run. And I don't know how to feel about that. Especially since I had, like, those special bans on various people. And theoretically, I could just, like, stop trying to level up so many people. I mean, I pretty much have given up on Mia and Makalov. But yeah, I could just, like, build a dream team here with nothing but promoted units. And it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Oh well. I don't anticipate the rest of this map being too difficult. It's just a matter of getting up to Shaharam, like, as soon as possible. You missed, pal. So that's free experience for Calill. Alright. They're turning up the heat a little. You are just a regular knight with a steel lance, okay. Elwind heal, Elwind, Steel Lance, We'll just make sure. Oh, Steel Lance Javelin, Steel Lance Javelin. Okay, they're going to be annoying. I like how the Sage can do less damage. I also don't really understand why I'm keeping the javelin. Well, I guess if the Wyvern Knights that are coming in will be using javelins. But Marcia's not going to do any damage with that. Can you one-shot him? Yo, let's go. Keep the hand axe at the ready. If he has the bow equipped, they'll just, like, attack him close range. This guarantees a counterattack no matter what. If they choose to attack him, they're probably going to just attack Marcia. Hold on, youngster. Who do you think you are? I am. You can't just come barging into people's homes. Let me tell you something. You can ransack my home all you want, but you'll find nothing to value here. All our young men have been dragged off to war, and all that's left are women and children. If it's gold you're after, take that scroll on the floor there. You may be able to sell it. It's just something I picked up, so I don't know if it has any value. But take it anyway, you dirty thief. And then Oscar's just standing there like, okay, whatever you say, ma'am. I'll be a thief if you want me to be. I'm just curious to see if I can take out Hilarious. Okay, so she's unstoppable. This will deal no damage. Yep. I think Braum is even useless here too. Yep. How about on that sniper there? Oof. Oof. No. 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 That's, as they say in the motherland, bad. That will not kill. Yo, we kind of need to get rid of the sniper Akasap as soon as possible. Or get him with the Steely. Had to hit him with that Steely Dan. And we got to provoke. We'll wait right here so you can't really do much. And now the world's my oyster with these two. You will not be able to do anything. I don't want to use this all up. In retrospect, I should have had Gatry attack the one that's further up. Ike could probably take out that one. Yeah. I got a little too ahead of myself there. But that is a good level up. I can still make it. Would that put him in attack range of anything? Balagnow. Hit him with that Belegda. Genuinely shocked Ike can make it to you. That's most unfortunate. If he hits, it's no big deal. If he misses, great. But nobody's about to be getting that second move. Yo, let's go! I was hoping he would get a critical, and he did. Okay, so yeah, this chapter is about to get dummy easy. Goodbye. That's just overkill, man. It's just overkill. You can get to the other side of Braum, alright. Or we could just do it like this. I was about to have Braum go up there, but she can move again, so... You're a filthy Cremian! Get out! Get out! No! There's nothing in this shack that would make you happy. Oh, so you won't leave till you get something, is that it? Here, take this old staff. Now hit the road. You've no need to steal anything else from us, or you take my life as well. In that last skirmish, my boy, my only son, you stole his life. Curse you! Hope you're satisfied. Well, I mean, he shouldn't have attacked me, you know, like, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, you heard me? Maybe tell him to, like, you know, join the winning team. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Play pimp. Yeah, had a feeling. Had a feeling. Okay. You missed, pal. Wow. Relatively surprising. Kyron, like, you know, dodging is actually a pretty neat concept when executed properly. Weapon level up. Oh, here he comes. What you gonna do, Myrmidon? It's like, now's my time to shine. Yeah. Like, sit yourself down. You ain't gonna do nothing. Get him, Braum. This will be the last, like, encouraging word I give you. Wow. Just unbelievable. Wow. I don't even know what to say anymore. Can she? She can bring the pain, that's for certain. I'm just so disappointed in Braum. Like, on a level that I did not even know I could be disappointed in someone. My expectations were already low. And yet he still went above and beyond to not meet them. He may be a professional idiot. All I know is that I'm about to go the frick in on them. Maybe not on you, because the names of your magics are kind of scary. Like, if I need to be like between the lines and like sound out the words for them, then that's a bit much. Oh, if only she was here, then I would have no fear. So you're saying there's a chance. Shaharan better not move. I swear to God, he better not move. Alright, well. Can you at least kill one of them? I'm out of steel, so that's annoying. Wow, his speed goes up with the axe over the bow. Actually, that even like using real world physics, that actually would make sense. With an axe, you're only wielding it with one hand. With a bow, you're dual wielding that. Okay. I don't know, maybe my heart wasn't particularly in this. See, I'm just afraid of the damage he can deal. Not today, slugger. Oh, no, 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 no. You're Ike. No. Yeah, just heal this clown face. Okay. So you're running to heal? Which means I'm not gonna have to worry about that other sage? Wow, I messed up their whole priority. This is probably about to be a one-shot. You love to see it. Oh, hello. How nice of you to join us. Let's use up the killer axe. If you get the critical, you get it. If you don't, I hate you. Alright. Oh, you're not a mover. Well, the rest of this map just got easy. Easier. I don't know how I want to handle this, though. Also, there were only two. Yep, the smite scroll and the rescue staff. Okay. Oh, you thought you were going to heal, my guy? No, 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 no. Ain't no healing. This is Marcia's world, and you're just a part of it. You're a bit player. Sweet animation, though. It just had that, like, epic explosion of fire just coming out of the ground. And, like, the screen's shaking, everything's all rumbling, and then when it all subsides, she's just like, I boop you with my sword, you dead now. Dang, if anything, I didn't need to bring Ike. Let's have some fun, shall we? Okay, where can I go? Right there. Gatman Carruthers can go right there. Neither of us desires a drawn-out battle. Come, hold nothing back. Yeah, like I'm getting near you. Screw that. Should have picked a different class, my guy. Can anybody deal any damage to him? Brahm? Like, oh, okay. You're a disgrace to a knight band holder. I should just give it back to Gatry, even though he's like a general who has no need for it now. Ooh, if I was really smart, I could have had Marcia at the ready too. Wow. I could have Ike go in for the jugular, but it's best to just take care of these enemies first. Especially since they can attack Calill. That's a problem. Epic jump cut because my 3DS, I wasn't even thinking. I could have had her get rid of the... I'm not smart. But yeah, my 3DS battery was flashing red, which meant it did not have much longer left for this world. So I hurried up and plugged it in. Yeah, spent some time earlier today on the 3DS eShop because every single like Atlas game is on sale for like really ridiculous prices. So yeah, I've been meaning to get into the Shin Megami Tensei series, and I bought some. I'm looking forward to giving them a shot at some point. I don't know, I'll probably start them up soon. Currently, I'm like kind of semi-addicted to Loop Hero. And I just started getting back in the Guild of Dungeoneering. It's a fun game. And I'm also kind of back in the Isaac mood too. Oh wow! Well, y'all came at a pretty poor time. I guess I just have, like, the roguelike bug. No, there's been quite a few good roguelikes coming out recently. I just haven't really got around to playing a lot of them. Roguelikes are fun. Hit him with that Meteora. Hilarious. You know what? I don't want this guy to live. Like I thought about it, and it's like, yeah, I don't want you to keep breathing. So we're just gonna end this. And goodbye. Well, doing this under 10 turns wasn't the hardest thing in the world. Will I get bonus points because I did it like in 8 turns? One can hope, one can dream, one can wish. Upon a star makes no difference who you are. Jiminy Cricket wrote that. It was inspirational to me as a kid. It really wasn't. I did like Pinocchio though. It was a good movie of my childhood. Up until Treasure Island and Monstro. Then I would sometimes get too scared to continue watching past that point. Those whole sequences were just nightmare fuel, yo. Could do the Regal and get a potential critical. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh, no special dialogue? Well, darn. It does feel like a waste to use up all of, like, a long-ranged magic thing on one map. But it only has one use left, and I don't know. What would be most disrespectful? Gatry getting the kill on him or Marcia? This ain't even her main weapon, yo. Hit him with that Excalibur. I'm not even a sword wielder. Oh! Hark! The Herald Angels sing. No, it's hark. The rest is up to you. Ill. Yeah, sucks he couldn't see his daughter again, but I'm not about to risk her joining the other team. Granted, there was nothing written that I would need to have her talk to him. But still, we're going for the lowdown. Alright, and any loose ends here? I mean, he's about to level up. Now I wish I didn't move Oscar and Boy so far away from them. Yeah, y'all ain't getting to them in time. Alrighty then. So, bear down, beep. Alright, finally. And yeah, go ahead, because I think you're about to level up too. Good. That resistance is ridiculous. I can use you as bait against magic users now. And we're done.
You're right, sir. The floodgates have been closed.
Soren, what's the damage to the surrounding area? It's terrible. All the fields and homes have been completely destroyed. I see. I don't think this is what the enemy general wanted either. So why did this have to happen? It's heartless. What will happen to those who've lost their homes? Can we do anything to help them? You want to aid the people of our enemy? That is time and energy we cannot afford. Soren, take a portion of our supplies and distribute it among the locals. What? Are you serious? Our opponent is the Daein army. We've no quarrel with these people. Ike, I know you feel for these people, but this is war. We don't have... I don't know what it will accomplish, Soren, but moving on without lifting a finger is something I cannot do. I understand. I'd rather regret something I had done than regret taking no action at all. I would like to help too. Perhaps I can aid the injured. Idiocy.
Somebody's getting a little mad.
Oh no. Oh, Father. Jill. No matter the reasons, I'm the one who took your father from you. No, that was Marcia. I can't use this war as an excuse. If you want revenge on me for your father, I understand. You have that right. Once you've had some time to think things through, let me know what you will do. I'd like to have you stay with us, but it's really up to you. That's all I had to say. Crying noises. I'm not belittling her, like, she did just lose her freaking dad, who wasn't a bad person. He just was duty-bound, which is just a line of thinking that I can't get wet. Like, I mean, nothing was stopping him. You know, he could have just surrendered and be like, I'd like to lend my aid to you. This is not the Daein I know. But, you know, it is what it is. There's always going to be one of those types in a Fire Emblem. Like, just the blind allegiance, even though they know that, like, it's pointless. It is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 5 in all. We're lucky to have that many.
Captain R, what are we supposed to do now? General Shaharam is dead and our homes are gone. What are we to do with our families?
What do you want to do? We've lost any right we had to stay here. So that leaves Begnion or Crimea.
General Shaharam was slain by Crimea. Joining with them now is not... It's not possible.
Then all you can do is return to Begnion. I doubt you'll get a hero's welcome, but I have an old friend in the Pegasus Knights. Shall I contact her?
Gods, 18 long years. What does any of it mean now?
Don't say that. No matter what, I'm proud to have served under General Shaharam.
You're right. It was an honor.
Everybody's just coping. Well, that's that. We gained some time by flooding the river, but it won't hold them for long. I knew that foreign cur was useless. Looks like the decisive battle will be fought near the capital. Preparations are complete, General Petrine. In order to ease command for you, Sir Brian will serve as your deputy. Regarding strategy, it would be easiest if you spoke with him directly. Sorry to tell you this, Aina, but I'm not the one who'll be directing our forces in the capital. Will it be the Black Knight, then? The plans must be adjusted slightly. I'll select someone else to act as deputy. No, not him either. His Majesty wishes you to direct the defenses, Aina.
Me? I am to take command? Of the army? That's right. You're moving up in the world, General Aina. It's too much for me. I must confirm this with the king. Ha! What a rare sight this is. I've never seen you so flustered. Listen, if you wish to meet with His Majesty, you must fulfill your duties. He's ordered that there will be no communications until that time.
Suspicious. I'm a bit late.
Well, if it isn't the Black Knight, it's been such a long time. You're always so very busy, aren't you? Here one day, there the next. Your secret maneuvers are.
They are proof of the trust His Majesty has placed in me. Aina, go to the East Gate. You have a visitor.
Very well. Is it the worm? Did he bring it with him?
It appears so. He insists that he give it directly over to Aina, though.
Humph. As long as it is ours, it makes no difference.
When Aina returns, you will be the one to take it directly to the king. Show care that it is not unwrapped on the way there. That could be unfortunate.
I don't need to be told that. More importantly, what will you do now?
Me? I will keep it a secret for now.
Aina, have you been well? Where is Laren's medallion?
Right here. Take it, please.
It feels so heavy, and it's not all the wrapping either. Could this be the chaotic energy of an evil god?
So you can now return to King Ashnard's side, can you not?
No, not yet.
What do you mean?
I've been entrusted with the defense of the capital. I must face the Crimean army.
No.
Thank you. You've done so much for me. But now, it's enough. Please, reclaim your freedom. There's no need for you to follow Daein's orders any longer.
And you? Do you mean to die?
No, I cannot retreat. Even if I have to slaughter the entire Crimean army, I will return to him.
Yet he thinks nothing of you.
That matters not. The only place I belong is at his side. I will most likely never see you again. I will pray for your eternal happiness.
Aina, wait!
Forget about me. That is my final request. Farewell. Nasir.
Dun dun dun!
Even though they kind of, like, spelled it the frick out with the whole thing with Soren and, like, him just speaking. Though it is heavily, like, just, I won't say implied throughout the game, but just, like, they try to throw you on the trail that it's Soren who's the mole. Like, just always, like, everybody's like, you know, Soren's acting a little weird now that we're in Daein and blah blah blah, and he was acting weird in Begnion too, and like he's always sort of like a dissenting voice against Ike and them, and but unlike Shinon and Gatry, he didn't leave. Yeah, but no, then they like spell it out completely with the whole Nasir thing. And I was even paying attention to that too, and it wasn't even like Nasir was accusing him, which, you know, would have been a nice little wrinkle there to have you further think like maybe it could be Soren. But nope, yep, it was Nasir. Surprising like no one. Aina. And with that, we're done for today. Next time, we're going to chapter 21. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. See you next time for some more Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance.
The climax is approaching. Goodbye.